Is that okay? Oh, I might need to straighten them out. No, that's fine. Oh, okay. Okay. Tonight I'm talking about something I haven't talked about in years. People who actually have known me for a long time, at least the past 7, 8 years, probably don't know about this either, because I've never told anyone about this and I haven't spoken about it. So I have been pondering for ages whether or not to do this video. When it first happened, I was hurt. I was really upset. But I was looking back on things recently. I was having a good think, and then it popped into my mind that I wanted to do this video and to talk about this. I even did a poll on my personal Instagram and asked my friends, and I told them what this video would be about, and I asked them, do you think I should make this video? And everyone amazingly said yes and have given me my support for this, which feels really, really great. Okay, I'm saying quite a lot because I'm not quite sure how to begin this video. I've been pondering in my mind and thinking and speaking out loud to myself in my head what I'm going to say, but it's just putting everything together, really. So I think I should start at the beginning. When I was about 11, I think, 11, 12, I went to see a production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at the Cambridge Corn Exchange. This was with my family. It was Christmas time, and there was the lead actor was a person called Craig Chalmers. When I first saw him, I was just completely awestruck by this man who had a beautiful voice, and being 11 years old, I'd started to have crushes and feelings for people. So watching that show, I became really obsessed and idolised this man. I used to speak about him quite a lot, at least every other night. I would always go, oh, he's so handsome, he's so cute, he's so sexy, his body when he stripped into a loincloth was just gorgeous, and his blonde hair and this and that. And my parents rightly got a bit concerned about this because this wasn't really healthy for an 11-year-old. So I became a fan of Craig's for about 3 years. During that time, I received a couple of emails for him. I followed his social media, and I even won a drawing competition that he did, which meant that I got to speak to him on the phone. I was about 13 when I was on the phone to him, and I was just in completely awe of this man. I thought, oh my god, this guy is amazing. I'm going to meet him one day. I'm going to sing on stage with him, because he had invited me to sing with him in a duet and said it was something we could arrange. But then this was actually, I think this was a couple of weeks before my 14th birthday, where I logged on to his website and his social media to see that there was nothing there. Like, all those pages had gone, and I was going, what's going on? I thought that this was very, very odd. And so next thing I know, I went on to Google and I found out that he had been sacked from his role in a pantomime in Scotland because it had been discovered that he had begun a career in an industry, which I'm not going to say what it is, but in an industry that I do not and could not support in any way. And when this happened, it really shook me. I was just so shocked, because this was completely out of the blue, and I was going, this isn't the person I know. This doesn't sound like the man I know. So I removed everything that I had in my room to do with him. So that included like programs, some prizes that he gave me, a Christmas card that he gave me, an album, a CD that he had put together for me, everything. And for a long time, this really hurt because I was just so horrified at just why and how he could have thought that it was right to do what he did and to go about it in such an awful way. Because I really strongly feel that he lied right from the beginning, and leading up to it, he put a video up going, look, I've not been feeling very well, things are going on. Maybe inspiring fans to go, oh my God, it's okay, Craig, you'll come through this. But then only a couple of weeks later for the true story to come out. So for a few years, so it's 7 years since he let me down. For about 4 or 5 years, the only way I felt like I could convince myself and help myself to move on and to convince myself that he should not have any presence in my life whatsoever, and I shouldn't think about him, was by saying to myself that he was dead and making up a scenario in my head of me reading a story that he died, which I know is very strong and I'm not proud of it, but somehow at that time it was the only way I felt I could cope. And I do remember there was an article where he said, I'm not ashamed of what I'm doing. I know people are going to judge me harshly, and I don't know what his mind was at the time, but it was just so awfully boastful and arrogant and rude, and a complete disregard for other people. Like, he had made lots of fans over the years, including, I knew that there were people who were even younger than me, younger than how old I was at the time, that he had let down just like that. And when I think about his words going, I know people are going to judge me harshly, I just go, yes, because you have lied to us and you are boasting about this in such a rude and arrogant and just immoral manner. And looking back on it, I realise he wasn't a good role model at all. I was young and I was naive when I came across him for the first time, and I feel like in a way he fed into my naivety. But now that I think I've grown up since then, I'm now 20 years old, I'm not that little girl I was anymore. Since then, I have found some really amazing people to look up to, where their morals as human beings are much, much more important to them. They care about the audiences they read about, and they just stay true to themselves. So those people are like Carrie Hope Fletcher, she's the main one, Lily James, Tom Hiddleston, Benedict Cumberbatch, Emma Watson, all to name but a few. So in a way, I kind of feel like I am grateful because of that door closing my relationship, well, my regard for Craig. I was able to really look at these people and go, oh my God, these are people are amazing. And I found things that I admired most about them, just so much more positive and felt better inside. Whereas with Craig, I felt like I was clinging to something that I shouldn't do, and it didn't feel healthy. It wasn't right. It was like this drug thing, which I'm really happy to have now come away from. So if I was asked, would I want him back in my life? The answer straight away is no. He does not belong in my world at all. I don't want him there. I don't want him back in my life. In an act of kindness, I do want to be kind and be the bigger person, where I do say I do forgive him. I forgave him years ago, and I do wish him well, but I just don't want him to be back in my life at all. if he wanted to just talk to me, I don't really know what I would say. I think I would just deal with it as of when, if that happened, but otherwise I just don't want anything else to do with him, because I have people that are much more positive and are much more stronger role models to look up to. Okay, so, oh my gosh, this actually feels like a big weight taken off that I've spoken about this. I was nervous about doing this because I was putting off for a bit this evening of whether or not I'd talk about it, but now that I have, it just feels like a big weight off my shoulders, and I feel like I can truly let go, and I've been honest a bit more about myself. Okay, I think this concludes this video. I'm gonna say a happy Wednesday because it's Wednesday tomorrow. Hope you have a happy Wednesday, and I hope you have a really good rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Bye.